Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1954 Olivetti Studio 44 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Spain, and these were also made in Italy. Some of the best typewriters of all time. And this is about as big as it gets when it comes to a portable typewriter. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 80. And then these are your paper support arms that flip up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, 3, or 4. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. All the way down, it skips 4, which is rare for a typewriter. You don't typically see typewriters that skip 4 spaces. And we're just going to type all the rest of the keys here. And as you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Super smooth. Touches a little heavier than most portables, but it's a big portable, so it's a heavier feel to it. 10 characters per inch, pica typeface, beautiful print. Really nice machine all the way around. There's a few other Olivetti full-size portables that are really nice. This one's one of the top ones. It's got an all-metal shell, super heavy and big. Basically, this is like a desktop version of the Litera 22, made around that same time. Same color, same Olivetti brand. Way heavier of a touch though. Actually, the 22 has a little bit heavier of a touch than the 32. All right, to pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. You're going to flip these down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This blank button here that looks like maybe it should have been a 1, that is your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, will allow you to get past that and type all the way to the end. The 1 key on traditional typewriters is the lowercase l, and the exclamation point is the shift 8, which is the apostrophe, and then you backspace it and then period. And Olivetti went pretty long, even in the 70s, I believe, without putting a 1 and exclamation point in. What else do we got here? This is your tab set and clear. The red button is the tab initiate. Right now we have tab set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go and clear each one of them by flipping this switch down. Super light on the tab. And now we shouldn't have any tabs set, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear in your typewriter. By flipping that switch up, it should set a tab right there. Very good. Down to clear, up to set. You can set as many tabs as you want on this model. Backspace on the right side. Super smooth. Open the hood from the front like this, and it hooks in the back. You want to be careful because this is cast iron and these will break off. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, the side you want it to go to, just flip it towards the middle, and it will pull to that side. And that's meant to catch the eyelet when you get to the end of the ribbon, so and it swaps it back to that side automatically. Touch control on the left, so it's got a heavy touch already, but if you're crazy and you want to go super heavy, then you just push that all the way back. There's 4 options to increase the tension on the keys. Right now it's on 1, and that's the least amount of tension. So I mean, you do want to play with that to gauge your preference. There's a lot of people who love heavy touch, and it makes sense. You really want to feel the keys hit the paper sometimes and not feel like a computer. Carriage release on both sides, super smooth. It rides on this rail instead of bearings, just like a 22 does. And just makes it feel super smooth. I really love that They don't make. Oh, there's only a couple typewriters that had the rail. Maybe the LC Smith desktops did, and the Underwoods number fives, the 22s. So it's kind of rare to have a typewriter riding the rails, especially in the 50s. This is your carriage lock. You flip that up, it should lock the carriage in the middle. Sometimes it misses. Let's see here. What? There it goes. You just got to find the slot and lock that carriage, and then you got to flip this back. So when you have it in the case, you don't want to break this. This is entirely too hard to fix. I actually learned how to fix that recently, but these things break off, and then basically the typewriter is no longer useful because of that. These are cast aluminum, so they don't bend. They just break right off. To unlock that carriage lock, just push it down, and now you're free. And if you push the button, it disables the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept with the line space selector all the way back to 0. Disables the spacing. Flip it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.